I started attending. Okay, I thought that
marital arts
classes.
How does it work? What goes where?
Grab your wife by the ankles and dip her head in paint.
How does one wife? I started attending martial arts classes for the first time a couple years ago. I love it. And in the last few months, I have finally started to feel as though I can really identify as a martial artist. My problem is that it seems weird to talk about this hobby that involves hurting people and or throwing them to the ground. Brothers, when, if ever, is it socially acceptable to talk about martial arts? That's from White Belt in the Bible Belt, which is
when you're getting mugged.
When you're good, boom. Before you get mugged, preferably.
Well, how do you... Okay. The mugging interaction begins when somebody like pulls a knife or gun or a sharp pocket.
When you see someone that looks like a mugger.
Oh, great. Yeah. This is great. So go ahead and list off...
say sir or madam, because we're not sexist here.
Travis, Justin, I want you to start listing off some characteristics of what muggers look like. Begin.
Flat cap.
Begin and don't stop until I tell you to stop.
Okay. They have a flat cap.
Terrific.
They have a gristly... sort of like half beard. They have scars. They're holding a lead pipe. They are very large, very rotund.
You could have just described like a construction worker or plumber.
They're kind of like a construction worker or plumber, but they have a cigar stub. And they call you Mac. They say, hey, Mac.
You are just going down the line.
Are you talking about a mugger or someone who's trying to intimidate me for the mob?
Yeah, a little bit of, it's all the same thing.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's what a mugger looks like.
Wow. Okay. I see.
My perfect mugger wears a black
mugger?
mask. He's got a black and white striped shirt, and maybe he's holding a gun and like a bag with a money sign on it.
And he's got the ball and chain like around his ankle, right?
That's my ideal mugger.
Mm-hmm. And maybe he's like in the process of like running away, but he's frozen in place, and there's a little dust cloud coming out from behind him.
Yeah. Griffin, who's your ideal mugger?
I would have to say Bradley Whitford.
Yeah. It seems like you could talk to him, you know?
Yeah. I would.
And he's just doing it to like support his family.
Sure. No, he has his reasons. There's probably a stigma about adults just getting into martial arts. Like, don't get me wrong. If you are like an adult who is already sick at martial arts, that's pretty fucking cool. Tony Jaa. What's up, Tony Jaa?
I don't think that it is just relegated to martial arts, because I think that's true of like if you were an adult who was just getting into skateboarding. Like if you're Tony Hawk, you're awesome. If you're like 35-year-old dude who's like, I'm going to try skateboarding for the first time.
Sure.
You're going to have to do that in private for a while. Or if you're like, I'm going to take up breakdancing. You know what I mean?
Have we had this conversation before? I'm getting the weirdest deja vu right now.
No, it's because
about adult skateboarders.
Travis and I had to talk you out of beginning to take Muay Thai classes.
I saw the raid and I really want to get into Indonesian martial arts. Definitely. I don't think that that's so wrong.
Why wouldn't you?
It's a weird scene because I have a lot of questions about how adults start getting into martial arts. Question number one, is there an adults-only martial arts class? Because if not, that's not especially fair. Like, come here, you 12-year-old little sweaty fuck.
It seems like it would really give you an overinflated sense of your abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for 3 ninjas. That exists.
Shit, you're right.
So I don't think it's that big of an advantage.
3 ninjas versus 3 Tony Jaws. Go.
Tony Jaa, because he's a robot.
He's the strongest man on earth.
So was the youngest 3 ninja.
That's
damn it, you're right.
They don't make his that cute. I mean, they do make them. They manufacture them in Hollywood.
What do you guys think that Rocky Colt and Tum Tum are doing at this moment?
Searching Wikipedia for the names of the 3 ninjas, I would assume.
No, I knew that off the top of my head. But,
I think that it's not that it's weird so much as I don't think anybody gives a shit, and it's not just martial arts. I just don't think that anybody wants to know about, like, nobody wants to hear about what's going on in your life. They want to talk about themselves.
No,
the appropriate time to answer the question, the appropriate time to bring it up is when someone asks.
Yeah, or in it I think it's okay to lean into it there, but
How often does that guy's going to be like, oh my God, thank God. Oh man, I've been wanting to talk to you about this for so
Been
long.
holding his breath for the last like 5 minutes as they slowly started talking about hobbies. And
I mean,
like, does anyone
yes.
kick for a hobby?
I mean, if you're doing it so you can tell people that you're doing it, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I think you're doing it for yourself, so to bring yourself peace of mind and maybe a little physical fitness. And in that context, you know, you can keep it to yourself. It doesn't need to be anybody else's.
But Justin, let me counterpoint. I'm
Okay.
sorry to interrupt, but if it's something that he's just started doing and he's really excited about, of course he wants to share it with people because it's something new and exciting in his life.
And
I don't think he's necessarily doing it to tell people about it so much as it is an awesome new thing that he's like, guys, I'm doing this and it makes me totally happy.
Moreover, Justin, let's go down the line of all of the hobbies that I know that you have picked up in the past year. Fuchigi,
Correct.
juicing,
Correct.
amateur beer brewing. Mm-hmm. Gone on that for a bit.
Now, Griffin,
Where was geocaching in there?
Geocaching.
geocaching. Now, let me twist this back around on you, right? If I had not talked about that, would you have had that list to throw in my face? I believe my point is made.
I'm
Thank
saying
you.
the only point I'm trying to make is that there is definitely a stigma to adults just getting into. If next time we're all three in town and Dad's like, "Oh boys, I meant to tell you that I'm a brown belt in Taekwondo," we would be like, "Hey pops, that's fucking crazy."
And then he would throw us across the room.
Yeah.
He would use our own weight against us, like water. Our
Pop
dad
is
is
like
our dad is like water. He's the water avatar. What's they call him in Water Avatar? In Avatar,
Uh-huh.
there's a water man. He uses the water and he bends it.